Hey YouTubers, East New York's finest, hosted by Mike. What's going on, everybody? I am exhausted. Oh, I had a well-deserved day. Came home, took a shower, napped for a little while, and I am tired. Yeah, these storage units are players too. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, these storage units are players too. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, that's that song by that girl, Coi Leray. Really cool song, man. I like it. Anyhow, so the first unit I purchased today was a unit that I brought on Tuesday, and that unit was actually supposed to have been, or whatever you want to call it. It was supposed to have been a unit that had TVs in there. And I do very well with TVs. I'm a garage sales. Normally, I had some TVs that I've acquired over a period of buying storage units, and I just left TVs and left them until it was time to do the garage sale last week. I sold out of all my TVs except one small one. So I needed TVs because I knew I was going to do a garage sale tomorrow because it's going to rain Saturday, supposedly. And the storage units, just like thrifting, is getting really, really tough now. It's like very, very slim pickings. Everybody and their grandmother's spending 3, 4 times as much. So I try to key in those units that I can, try to maneuver something with. And every once in a while, you get a gem, but it's only a gem because nobody else saw it, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Because stuff was concealed. Same thing how it was last week when I brought that unit that had that Frogger in there. I mean, if anybody's seen the Frogger marquee, that unit would have went for thousands of dollars, let alone just over 100. So I was lucky. Was it last week? It was last week. And today, my usual self would be kind of. I was upset, but I had to hold my composure because she was a female, old woman at that. And the guy that was helping her is like, this guy looked like he's like about 10, 15 years older than her. I mean, this guy was like, this guy like he couldn't defend himself against standing up, let alone, But anyway, y'all could say, yeah, well, don't judge a book by its cover. Listen, when the, what I'm saying, when the front cover, the back cover, and all the pages are kind of like flimsy and loose, you can't. It ain't nothing to judge in that book. That's not even a book. That's just paper. That's just paper with very, very little ingenuity that's holding it together. Is the question mark. That's what this guy was. Like a real old fritter white guy. Like, it's crazy. But anyhow, so I held my composure. Normally, and I was upset, and but she understood it, and I was like, listen, I'm already here with the truck. I'm already almost at $60, between going and coming with mileage alone, not to mention, the the toll to get here, because I have to take the truck route from East Orange. So the truck route is obviously I have to take Garden. I can't take Garden State, so I have to drive up and take the turnpike. I have to take 280 going toward like Lincoln Tunnel, and then I have to take that route and go. It's crazy. The zigzagging just to go north, to come back south on 95, which is the Jersey Turnpike. Take that down, and being that's a double axle truck, that's close to about 17, 16, 17 bucks to get to where I need to get to, just to get to where I need to get to load the unit. So to do all that, so she understood it, and she at first she was like, "What? That's crazy." And I'm looking at her like really, like you're looking at the pictures online. Like, I mean, obviously, hello, if I got the same pictures you got, I mean, whatever you got online is the same pictures I have. So I guess she realized that they really screwed up big time by putting, by messing up the order of the pictures. And by them doing so, I was extremely upset because I wanted those TVs. But the unit, the way they took the pictures was kind of odd. They only had 3 pictures, and they had like one picture you could see a mattress and just stuff. Then you seen another picture that was a little awkward, and then there was another. Then there was a third picture that had a TV. You could tell was laying on its side, not laying upright or upside right. You know, it was leaning on the side and tilted on the side of the wall. You could tell the walls because of the grooving and the metal to you know, they have metal walls in most of these storage facilities. So you could tell there was another one like right in front of these boxes. And even she pointed out the boxes. She said, "Yeah, these are not even the same boxes." That I didn't peep, because the boxes that was in the unit that she gave me, they were, I already forgot the name of it, but they were like brown and blue. And U-Haul, you know, obviously distinctively have that burnt orange color that says U-Haul on it. And even she pointed that out. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice the boxes. I was just looking at the pictures of the TVs." So she's like, "Well, I'll give you your money back." And I said, "Well, I don't. I mean, you know, at least let me look in the unit to see if it's, you know, whatever." And she agreed to it. Man, thank God she did. You know, the first video before this one, not the one before the one before this one is the second unit, and that unit is the stuff I'm gonna show you now that I got. I donated a lot of clothes and stuff because I really don't like dealing with that crap, even at my garage sale. But I kept a lot of the better T-shirts and, you know, pocketbooks and stuff like that, because that stuff I can always sell. That stuff hopefully will sell tomorrow. I mean, of course, tomorrow's not gonna be nowhere near how it was last Friday, because last Friday I had everything but kitchen sinks, and I was selling out of everything real quick, and I had a lot of people. Tomorrow I'd be lucky if I do 400, which is basically a little bit more than just about what I spent today, minus the truck. You know, minus the truck, and that's not including everything I got. I'm going to explain that a little bit too. I may do a video tomorrow showing you guys the stuff from the unit. So the first unit, which is the first video to this third. This is the third video of the day. So the first one is the one I was just talking about, and that one, you know, I had about maybe 10 or 13, maybe even 15 boxes. There was a box spring and a mattress. Because of the mishap, she allowed me to dump the mattress and box spring, and they were actually in really good condition, but I don't like really dealing with mattresses and box springs, you know. So, you know, that was put in the dumpster, and I just took everything else, including the couch. But I think I think the couch is a little messed up because it's missing a part to complete it. But you can tell this person definitely has some good shit. But the way everything was orchestrated, it was like if you open the unit, it was to your left. Obviously, if you're in the unit, coming out, it'll be to your right. But if you're outside the unit, you open the doors or pull the doors up, and it's directly to your left, all the way to your left in that corner. And I just found it odd. And I'm like, okay. And I'm looking, I'm like, where the fuck the TV? So I'm walking around the whole thing. I even moved the big box spring, the look. And I'm like, where's the TVs? And you know, the old white guy's like, yeah, ain't no TVs here. And I'm like, dude, no, there was TVs. So Isaiah's talking, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go inside and see. So that's when I went and spoke to the lady, and she realized, oh shit, we fucked up. Now she could have gotten in trouble and screamed out for it, but sometimes, you know, you be patient, and I do something I normally don't do, be passive and understanding at the same time, which is not me. You know, I don't like stupidity or dumb people, and I feel that I shouldn't have to, you know, pay for your mistakes because you screwed up, especially for something you should know what you're doing. If you're the site manager and you know how to do all this, you know, and sorries don't cut it. You know, I can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't clean the unit. They'll ban me. I get banned. All right, well, sir, you're banned. You know, we have nothing to do with that. You know better. But then when it comes to them, it's you know, it's a different story. So I was upset, and I wasn't gonna make a big stink about it. But I was like, you know what? Let me just at least look in it. Since she's letting me do it, let me look in the unit and see what's in there. So I'm in there for about 10 minutes. The guy comes back around. He says, everything all right? I'm like, it's just suits in here. I'm just, you know, trying to downplay the fact that they fucked up, you know. And I was like, you know what? I went back and offered, and I spoke to her. She said, yeah, sure, that's no problem. So she allowed me to leave the mattress and box spring. There was definitely a couple of boxes with suits. I think some kitchen stuff. One thing marked kitchen, which is really nothing in there. And then another thing marked bathroom, same thing. And then there was like one box that had like a lot of empty stuff. Unfortunately, the Star Wars Lego Sandcrawler was not in the box, but the box is there, along with another Star Wars vehicle. Um, well, yeah, Star Wars vehicle box, and there was like some other empty stuff in that box as well, big box. And then then there's this like a lot of Funko Pops, just a lot of different stuff all around. Um, and I'm like, you know what, I mean, I think I paid like just around what $100 for that unit, the first unit. And while I'm going through that unit, I'm like, you know what, I can clean this unit out real quick. And the other place is almost like 2 towns away. So that's like 30 minutes. And that's almost 30 minutes going north to, almost where I'm going, where my house is anyway. So I was like, fuck it. So I had to bid higher on the unit to get the unit. Make a long story short, the second unit I did win. As me and Isaiah going in the unit, there's 3 TVs, not just 2. Especially considering the fact that this unit, the first unit that I won, they screwed up because they had the wrong pictures for the wrong place. So this place actually had the TVs in there, so I was happy with that. But as you're looking at the unit, a lot of clothes. As you guys know, I hate clothes. I don't like dealing with it. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't really like dealing with clothes. But I was like, you know what? There's a 5x10. We got 3 TVs in there. It's got to have some other stuff. So as I'm going through the unit, a lot of clothes, some decent clothes too, like really good clothes. They had some sandals. It's getting warm outside. Today was like fucking almost 90. It was 80 something, really hot. And so I'm like, you know what? They got shorts in there, some other stuff. Unfortunately, was it that one? Or was that? No, that was the first. No. Yeah, that was that unit, because the first unit didn't have it. The second unit was. Because the second unit was upstairs. The first unit was an outdoor unit. So, yeah. So, the first unit, unfortunately, whoever had that unit, they must have cleaned out everything and just didn't have enough room and said F the rest for some reason. So, I can only imagine what was in there. And that was like a 10 by something. I think that was like a 10 by 25 or some shit like that. And I was saying to Isaiah, I said, man, oh man, if this unit had more boxes or full, this unit was a great fucking unit. He was like, I know, right? And I mean, he agreed. And Isaiah don't really get enthusiastic or happy with this stuff because he doesn't like doing it. But he was like, wow, it's some pretty cool stuff in here. So yeah, but the second unit was a second floor indoor unit. But literally, as soon as you come off the elevator, it's like a right, and it's like the 4th door to your right. Right, I mean, you can't get no better than that. And we had very easy access to the elevator outside of the fact that it was slow. So that was pretty dope. And then right from the elevator, we were right outside, maybe not even 35, 40 feet. So that was even better. And unfortunately, there was three urns. And it's ironic because the man and the woman, she died 4 years after him. But they both were born in 1941, which is cool. That's pretty dope. He died in 03. She died in 07. And then there was another one that was in like this blue leather type box. It wasn't quite as exquisite as their 2 gold looking urns. It had the names, and it had both of their names, their date of birth with the date of death. And the other one, again, like I said, it had writing and stuff on it, but it was just in a blue thing and whatever. So I left those to the office and pictures. I found more pictures and more personal stuff, but I'm not driving all the way back there to give that stuff up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're deceased, and I'm not doing that. But whatever, it'll be discarded. The way it needs to be discarded, so nobody can use it anyway. But then again, they're dead, so what does it matter? But that unit, it did have a suitcase, as you can see right behind me, directly behind me. There's an old suitcase. When I opened it up, I was very happy. I saw some comics in there, so I was hoping there's going to be a lot more older comics that I like. But unfortunately, with the luck I have, it's not exactly what I wanted. But I'm going to show you guys the books. There was also a bag that had a couple little cases in there with other stuff. So I'm going to show you guys that. And then I'm also going to show you guys what I picked up while I donated. So after I finished the second unit, being that I had to go, that unit was also close to the Elizabeth, my unique. So unfortunately, they don't take couches and stuff no more. They said they have way too much furniture. So I had to bring it home, and I'll have to just put a couple pieces out every other Thursday, which is my bulk day, until it's done. And whatever. But they took the clothes. I left a lot of clothes and shoes and other stuff that I shop with my eyes. So I like having decent quality shit when I sell it, whether it's at a garage sale or at the flea market. Everybody's always say, "Wow, you always have good stuff," and I said, "Yeah, I try." But anyway, let me show you guys the stuff I got. So this stuff was in a bag. So in here we got some watches. I'm gonna be taking this out tomorrow morning and put it out for sale. I just gotta take it downstairs. So these watches not worth mentioning. They're probably like $10, $15 watches, if that. But there is some jewelry in here. I'm definitely gonna take this money out. There go Mr. Spike. He must hear somebody coming in. That's the only time he would leave. If I can get to it. And what is this? Bank of Canada. $1. Ooh, whoop-de-fucking-do. $1 Canadian dollar. Wow, I'm rich. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I don't live in Canada. Fuck, I care about that crap. Anyway, so here we have a silver herringbone chain. So I gotta clean this. I ain't gonna be able to get to that yet. But it says 925. This says 14 karat gold. This is a black ring with onyx. This, I don't know if it's silver or not. I don't see any discolorations to it. I don't see any markings whatsoever on this. So, actually, hold up. I just realized this is not silver. I already see discoloration to it. But it has black onyx. But I think it's I think it's costume. I'll try to clean it anyway, but I don't think that's silver. Then we have this that says the deceased name, but it looks copper, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's definitely not gold. I mean, it's definitely not gold. I don't even think it's silver. So I'll test that anyway. Then we have whatever the hell this thing is. There's some weird writing in it. It looks almost Arabic. Some kind of design, but I can't really make that out. But then we got this thing here. I couldn't find anything on this. It says #1 dad. I don't know anybody who would be that effed up to get their dad some chain that says #1 dad on it and expect them to wear it and it's not gold. But then again, you never know. We got here some pins, New Orleans square. There's like this little piece of 14 karat broken crap. Then yeah, so that's that. So this is stuff I'm putting out tomorrow. And then these are the better watches. Here you have Armatron, a couple of them, different Armatron watches. Actually, I'm just gonna put these all out because these are not even really high end. Like, they're not worth a lot of money. So just gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm not gonna worry about them. This is a Timex, nice watch. Then this is Citizen. So these two I might hold on to just because Timex and Citizen are pretty good watches. Then this is a Wittenauer Swiss W 1880. Not really expensive. It's basically like a $60 watch, $50-$60 watch, if that. Then here we have a Bulova, which is like $100 to $200 or something watch. And that is a real deal Bulova watch. Yeah, so these four I'll hold on to. This stuff will go downstairs to be sold. And let me move this out the way. And this is also in this suitcase. This is a X-Men VHS. It's worth $8. Sold for $7.99. It says Pride of the X-Men. So it's from the 1990s Jim Lee illustrated anime. Alright. Now these are the books that I'm just holding on to. It doesn't mean I'm keeping them. But they're not bad titles considering that I did pay a little over $300 for this unit. And you see the watches. So I could give you guys some comps, but it'll be bullshit. I don't even know what I would rank these books. I've been trying to find comic books for a minute. But we have, unfortunately, we don't have all four of them, but we have number 1 of a 4 limited issue of The Punisher. Number 1. This is actually a $15+ book, believe it or not. Then we have Shogun Warriors. I actually have these guys. I actually have some of them in the corner here. The actual vinyl figures. So we have number 1. This is probably a $15 to $30 book if it was in better condition. So I'll say $10. So we have number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Missing number 10. So we have 9, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm guessing whatever's missing is probably definitely keep books. You know. So yeah, we have those. Then we have Green Lantern number 185, which is John Stewart's Origins. Not a really expensive book, especially in that condition, because it's got some cornering in the back. Then we have the first appearance of Talisman from Alpha Flight number 19. Not an expensive book, like a $5 book, if that. Same thing for Alpha Flight number 7, which is the first appearance of Deadly Ernest. Like a $3 to $5 book as well, sold. We have here Alpha Flight number 1 and 2. The Prophet number 1. This is actually an expensive book, believe it or not. And this is in really good condition. Gambit number 1. Probably a $5 book. 5 to 8. Dazzler, $5 book, number 1. I may not keep that. Moon Knight, number 1. He's seen this. This book's definitely seen better days, so this might go out to be sold. Age of Apocalypse, X-Men Deluxe, X-Man, number 1. Gold. Actually, $11 book. New Mutants, number 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe we have up to number 4. If I can get this. Yeah. So we have New Mutants number 1 through 4. This is probably worth like $10 for all of them, to be honest. 10 to maybe 15. Then we have Captain America number 269. I don't really know why I kept this book. I gotta do some more research. I'm about to say research, some more research on it. And we have here Team America number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it, right? Yeah. So we have number 1 through 11 of Team America. I think this is like Frank Miller's cover art of this book. Book's not really worth that much, but it's probably like a $10 bill or so. Then we have here Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if there's it says limited series, so I'm gonna say it's a 4-book miniseries. When I saw that, when I opened up and I saw the books, I got very excited, thinking that holy crap, there's gonna be some good books in here because it's old. It was an old case, but unfortunately, no. Then we have here Marvel 2-in-1, excuse me, The Thing and Rom, number 99. Crappy. This book ain't worth shit. New Mutants, number 6. We Love the Titans. Excuse me. Power Man and Iron Fist, number 73. Marvel Universe Q through S, number 9. Cyberforce, number 1. And then All American Comics ROM, number 99. 39. I don't know. I don't even know what this book is, but whatever. So yes to that. Then we have this huge stack of madness. Missing probably about 6 or 7 books to complete the whole run. This person loved ROM. We have ROM number 1. Is that number 2 now? Oh no! This is actually the annual. We have ROM annual number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we do have 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here. And then for the original comics, we have ROM number 1 all the way through 70, I think. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I love that smell though. 10, 12, 13. 2 copies of 13. 14. 2 copies of 14. I think one's a newsstand and one's a newsstand, one's a regular, both of those, that's why. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So far we have number 1 through 20. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, well, 35, 36, missing 37. So we have number 1 through 36, missing number 37. So then we continue from 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So we have 1 through 60 so far, missing, I think, 7 something. 27 or something like that. Then we have 61. 60, wait a minute, what? Okay. We have 61, 62, 63. So we have 63, missing 65, 64, 65. Then we go from 66, then we missing 67. Then it goes to 68, 69, 70, 71, 73, missing 72, 74, 75. So we're missing about 6 or 7 books from ROM 1 all the way through 75. So yeah. So yeah, probably like, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, but it's almost a whole wave or a whole run. Guess that's the proper word, right? A whole run. This is also in there. This is actually in there with the. It was in a big green bin with Xbox 360 with some games, and looked like they're signed. To be honest. Tom Brady's signature in the bottom, and whoever this guy is up top. And then here, you got Strahan, Brady, and that same guy again. Emmanuel, whatever his fucking name is, some African dude. But see their signatures there. All 3 of them, and it's funny too because signatures for that old whatever his name is guy and the Tom Brady one are very similar. So pretty dope. Pretty dope, no? Put this down here. Let me put this in here too, because this is going back out to be sold. I'm gonna look up the ROM books and see if it's worth me keeping them. If not, I'm gonna put them out for sale, sell all them shits, whatever. And I think, wow, I actually got through that stuff pretty quick. Wow. So yeah, that was it. And this is actually in there. We always keep African masks because our dining room is African inspired. These are African masks, so yeah, we keep that stuff. And on the way going to donate. We actually stopped at it's been over a year since I went to that the Hillside GameStop, and I wound up getting these two. The guy did give me a percentage. He gave me 5%. Woo! But I wound up paying. It's funny because I just wound up paying what they cost. I wound up paying actually $1 less. They were $24.99 for the both of them. And after the taxes with 5% off, I think I saved like $5 or $6. So instead of being 54 something, 54, 55, I wound up paying $49 and change for the both of them. So we have here we got Gabriel Kelly. With a name like that, I can see why he burned shit. So this is the sort of Marauder version of him. I, just like a lot of people, am not a fan of this kind of artwork. And then the fact that it says Mad Marauders, I don't understand. I guess for some reason, maybe Southern Slaughter didn't give permission, so that's why they put Mad Marauders instead of Southern Slaughter Marauders. $24.99 on this one, and then here you have Vincent R. Falcone. So we got Lieutenant Falcon. a lot of people complain about it. They don't like the face. They say he looks ugly or whatever the fuck. Falcone, I mean, he's supposed to be Duke's half brother, so I don't understand. He would have named like Falcone. Falcone and Hauser is two totally different names. I mean, I guess they got different fathers and the same mother or whatever the fuck is supposed to be, but whatever. And then on top of that, how the hell he's Duke's brother, half brother, let alone younger half of brother? How the hell did he become a lieutenant and have the last name Falcone, while his older brother, more responsible brother, is still the G.I. Joe's master sergeant? Like, that's just, I don't know. Well, anyway, whatever. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Again, just like everybody else, I'm not really a huge fan of this kind of artwork, but picked them up because I had the extra cash. So, yeah, to that. I'll probably wind up peeling off the price stickers. I don't like the stickers being on them. So yeah, that's it for that. And then this, I should have did more research before I brought it. A couple weeks ago, I was at My Unique in Elizabeth, and they had some Power Rangers stuff. Something told me to buy the bag. There was a bag of weapons and stuff. I should have brought it. I did not do it because I didn't get the Power Ranger stuff. I thought the prices were absurd. Even now, the stuff that they had, they only had these two pieces left because whoever looked at them realized what was in there. And this guy, they were actually fucking ridiculous. They had this priced at $49.99. His price was $49.99. Look. Fucking ridiculous. I don't know. There you go. $49.99 for this shit. For something that they fucking get for free. I thought it was ridiculous. He's actually in really good condition, and he goes for about between $25 to $45 sold on eBay. So why would somebody go to a thrift shop where you get this shit for free and give you $50 for it? So I took advantage of the fact that I donated shit today, and the fact that today yellow stickers was 75% off. So 75% off of you figure 50% is $25, so 75% off of $49.99 should be what, $12.50 or $17 something. So not a bad discount for that, and that's why I brought it. Because there is no 100%. It's only 75, so they'll just recirculate it back, right? They'll recirculate it right back again. So then this bag, I swore there was more stuff in here though. I think somebody ripped the bag open and they just put the tag back on it, because this bag, I think it was bigger. I think it had more shit in here, and by the time I got it home and I was examining it before I did this video, I was like, wait a minute, you know what? I think so. Because this was the price that they had on this a couple of weeks ago when yellow was a new sticker. $79.99. Now, of course, if you're a Power Ranger collector, for somebody who's collecting and looking for this, that would probably be a steal for you, because it's almost $70 to $80 cheaper than what you would pay for it on eBay anyway. But the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing pieces to complete the Zord. And I think what happened was they just rebagged this. I think somebody rebagged it and just put the tag on it, because look how much air is in this bag. I remember this thing being a lot more heavier a couple of weeks ago. I can't really remember what was in it, but obviously shit is missing out of this. So that's kind of fucked up. So 75% off for $80 should be what, $20, $22, something like that. So in all reality, I paid about $35 for the both of these. Not bad, but not great neither. So I might find somebody who might want to buy the parts. So for somebody who buy this, I'll just do like $50 on it. Make $20. They really, yeah. Somebody really redid this, because this wasn't like, I do remember picking this thing up, and I remember it being a little more heavier than this, and a lot more. The bag was bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think somebody was looking at this and they was like, oh, let me see the bag, and somehow something wound up missing, or the bag ripped, and they just rebagged it and just kept the price and said fuck it. and that's why all this time it stayed there because whoever else bought that, there was one Zord that was like $100, but it was complete, and of course that one sold because it was complete. Whoever brought that probably brought it on 50% or 25%, and figured at that price they could still make money on it. So I think that's what happened. So all this is gonna go downstairs. I gotta wash some clothes anyway, so I'm gonna be going downstairs now anyway. But yeah, let me look at this to see what's silver. Oh no, this is supposed to be. I know this is not silver, but I'm just gonna take my chances with that ring. Worst case scenario, I'll just put it out tomorrow and sell it. Actually, I should put this in here too. This might just be dirty silver or copper, but either way, somebody will buy it. This stuff I'll put in my gold jewelry cleaner. That's probably not even fucking gold, to be honest, but you know, everything I just showed you guys outside of those two Power Rangers did come out the second unit, the unit I paid the most for. I mean, you know, will I ever go back to either one of these two? I mean, this is not my first or second time going to the first place. Definitely isn't. Definitely my first time going to the other Cube Smart in the other part of Jersey, which isn't that far from where I got the first one. You know what I mean? That unit, it's an older building, definitely. You know, it's definitely an older building, but you know that doesn't discourage me. I tell people all the time, just because the building is new, don't mean that that you're gonna have better quality shit in there. That just means it gives the opportunity for people to just put stuff in there. Something. That might be the. Supposed to put this stuff in cold water after this, but yeah, this is silver. Normally, when I have something that I know my wife or my daughter, because my sons don't like jewelry, but normally when I have stuff for my wife or my daughter, I'll give it to them. You know what I mean? I'll definitely do that. But being that this is kind of cool and big, I'll actually wear this myself. If I can keep from dropping it. And whenever I give something to anybody that I'm not selling it to, I always clean it. Because, you know, people sweat. And that's definitely clean. So, yep. And it's long enough to fit around my big ass neck, so I'm keeping that. Let's see about this. So this isn't silver. It's not silver and it's not gold. I think it's copper. Why would somebody want a copper ring? It's interesting. I don't have time tomorrow to get somebody to look into this, but I don't think that's gold, and I don't think it's silver. I don't know what it is. I don't think this ring is silver neither, because silver don't turn color. Yeah. I'll just put it down. I'll go in there with this. I don't even want this damn thing. What is this? This is, oh yeah, another Bulova watch I got from another unit. I don't remember what unit I got that from. Let's look at the this stuff and see what it is. So it's gonna rain this Saturday again. It's funny because for 2 weeks the flea market in the Meadowlands was kind of dead because it rained and people came out and nobody was really buying anything last Saturday. Last Saturday it was terrible. I did like 200 and something bucks. I made who knows how many times the money I made at my garage. I mean, on Friday I made almost $2,000. I made just under 1,800 or around that at my garage sale. Couldn't make shit. Couldn't make nothing on Saturday. So I was like, I'm done. Because I had shit to do anyway. So I did it. Yeah, this is definitely 14 karat. Shines up pretty nice. That number one dad thing, I don't see what that is, but that's probably 10. It's probably 10 karat. Because I really don't see nobody being that fucked up and grimy to give a number one dad fake jewelry. But people do it. Coming from your kid. Some people don't really give a shit. But that's definitely gold. That's probably worth both of the units together. I think this is gold too. It's probably 10 karat. Because being that both, this stuff did come out of both of those rooms. Whoever got cremated, if there's a female, if this is a ring, a wedding band or something like that, or just the ring she wore, they probably just put it in there. Because some people do bury their loved ones, like their husbands and wives, with the wedding bands on them or the wedding rings or jewelry. I mean, I don't really see the point of it. I mean, the person's gonna die in the ground. I mean, obviously die in the ground. They're already dead. But some people they feel like like they really take that to death do you part theme to heart. So some people, when the loved one dies, they take the wedding band and everything off. Obviously, you're gonna take it off and you're gonna cremate. The person's gonna be cremated anyway. Doesn't make no sense on precious metal suffering because of a person passing away. You know what I mean? But some people they just take it back as a piece of personal artifact, or they just, hey, you're dead. I'm not married to you no more. Some people say that's kind of cold and whatever, but I say, well, they do say to death do you part, right? That's what the thing says. So anyway, thanks for watching this long ass video about nothing. Anyway, like I said, the other stuff, excuse me, the first unit, it was that stuff in there, like Funko Pops, Lego stuff, some video game collectible shit, DVDs and stuff like that. That was it in that unit. That and just, I mean, is there like, I mean, it's definitely worth more than what I paid for the unit, but will that unit cover me for both units? Sadly, I doubt it. I looked enough in it to know. I mean, I don't really know what Funko Pops go for, but I'm not really that yay about it neither. You know what I'm saying? So, don't know. Tomorrow I'll probably take them out and start looking at them as people coming to my garage sale. I'll probably just start taking that stuff out, put it to the side, and look through that myself. And then make my decisions. But I think from what I did see, stuff that I can put out for the garage if I decide to should make up for it. The second unit, these watches, $5, $10 for watches, if I'm not lucky to get that. I could be like, listen, a watch is worth $20 to $40. Give me 10. That's it. I could say no, and they could buy it or not buy it, whatever. There's a lot of baseball cards and shit like that in the first unit that the video game collectible crap and the Funko Pops came out of too. So that could be good. The second unit, you know, there are some some bags. You can't sell pocketbooks no more in the Meadowlands. You get kicked out, probably locked up or fined. So either three of those is not good. You know what I mean? So I would prefer to sell that stuff in my garage sales because somebody, hey, how much for this? That's real, blah, 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 that whatever. Because the people that passed away, all that shit was real. They definitely had real clothing and shit like that. So whatever it says DB or Coach or Michael Kors is real, is the real deal. There ain't no bootleg shit. So I kept the best stuff. Only thing that was really in that unit outside of the stuff that I just showed you guys, this right here could be this, if it's real 14 karat, this could, let alone pay for almost that ring. I mean that room. Unfortunately, it's too small for me. So I'll probably take this stuff to be tested tomorrow. A guy I know named Mike, who has a jewelry shop, he'll test that for me. If he offers me like 200 or better for all that, I'll probably take it because the ring is too small for me. I like keeping gold, but you know, and it is a nice ring with the onyx in there. And if there was a way I can get it enlarged, I'd probably keep it. But you know, I think all that is jewelry. I think that's definitely 14. The female ring and the other ones maybe 14 as well, or 10. Not too sure, but you know, whatever. So yeah. I mean, there's stuff on the truck. You know, the first unit, baseball cards, and the Funko Pops and stuff. My money is definitely there. To be honest, it may cover both units, but it'll definitely cover its own unit just on stuff that I can put out for sale. The second unit, you figure with the watches, and I mean, these comic books ain't worth shit. You know, even the ones I want to keep, they're not worth that much. There's probably $40-$50. If I'm selling this to somebody like myself, probably about that. You know, I don't know, but I'll definitely put them in. There's probably like over 100 books here or something like that. But I'll probably put them in. I'll probably say like $30 in that. So then that leaves another what, 290. The TVs, the big one, 150. The medium sized one, about 100. I'll say $80. So you figure 80. Let's say 80 for that one. Let's just say 80. So 80 for that. That leaves me at like $190, something like that. 190 or some shit like that. The bigger one, let's say 120. So that leaves me at, yeah, I'm probably about $100 in the hole. With just those two TVs, that puts me at that. So yeah, I think. I mean, it's not. It's my yard isn't gonna be nowhere near as packed as last week, but I should have enough stuff to have people coming and wanting to buy stuff. But it's not gonna be nowhere near last week. It's not gonna be nowhere near the money, and it's not gonna be nowhere near the quantity of people that's gonna come and buy a lot like last week. So I'll probably definitely put the ACs out because yesterday was hot as hell. So maybe people will come by and try to buy the ACs. So if I put them out, people will buy them. Not expensive, cheap. So I'm going to put out the ones that are not boxed and see how they sell. Because normally if you put out the boxed ones, those will sell faster. So I'm going to put the ones that are not boxed out and put them out for sale and see how that moves. And then I'll put the other ones out later. So that's basically what I'm going to do tomorrow. Try to make at least if I'm lucky, $500. And hopefully I should still have a lot of Funko Pops and other action figure stuff to be able to sell at a later date to somebody else. So we'll see how that plays out. So yeah, y'all. I did sell Funko Pops to somebody one time, a whole bunch. I just can't remember to who. But whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, sub, share, comment. Peace.